or welcome back to our podcast, Culture Shock Therapy, where we get into a whole lot of therapy for all the culture shocks we experienced as third culture kids. We are your hosts. I am Shauna. This is my sister Tessa. And today we will be getting into I've actually lost count of how many episodes, but I believe it's 15? 14, 15?
No, 15, yeah.
15? Where we actually just, we both got back from vacation, so we're going to be doing a little bit of a catch-up, getting into some things that happened while we were away and just covering some of that stuff. And yeah, not too much of a heavy episode this week, I guess. I mean, last week's episode was quite out there with our waxing challenge. If you haven't,
2 weeks ago for this episode to drop.
Really? No.
When this one releases, the waxing one will be last week.
Yeah, right.
So last week wasn't heavy.
Yeah, I said out there.
Oh, I thought this is what I mean. I'm just tired.
Yeah, we're both really adjusting being back from holiday. So, yeah, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, but I'll throw it right back to you. How was your holiday? Where'd you go?
Quick check-in.
What'd you do?
Yeah, we went to Greece, into Rhodes, and we had a few excursions planned. Those didn't happen.
Which you're really excited for, the whole beekeeping thing?
The beekeeping thing and the snorkeling trip, but they got canceled both the day before. So that was a bit sad, but we'd been before, so we've seen a lot of things already. So we just spent a lot of time relaxing at like the pool and at the beach, and I caught some waves, which was really nice, and we did a bit of shopping, loads of eating. So it was nice. We had a good 10 days there. On our way back, actually, our flight got canceled. Like, it kept getting delayed until like 1:30 in the morning, and then later that evening we got a message that they canceled it, and then it was a little bit of panic for a little while, like, what's going to be happening, where are we going? And then they arranged for us to be put in a hotel, so we spent another night in a hotel. We had like a room with a private pool and everything. Was really nice. And then we flew back the next day, so we got in Tuesday evening. We got back, so yeah, but it was really nice. We kind of were able to just chill for a bit. And yours?
It was good. We went for 2 weeks after not being on holiday for a few years. We went to Bulgaria. Like, try to say it correctly. And it was our first time going on holiday with Bo. And I have to say, we didn't realize what it would be like to go on holiday with the baby. I think he had 4 or 5 days that he was teething, and that was intense because the three of you in one room where he's crying the whole time. And we'll try to, like, what do you call it? Where you share responsibilities.
One like working shifts?
Yeah. But the problem is when you're like on your relaxed shifts, you feel guilty leaving your partner with the crying baby because you know how annoying it is. So I had a hard time relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
But outside that, was good. I caught waves as well, and a lot of wasps.
Oh yeah.
There was this one really dumb moment our last morning. So we went on sunrise walks every morning on the beach, and every single time the wasps would be like coming to us, and eventually after the walk I'd go wash my feet and put on my shoes and we'd go back to the hotel for breakfast. And there was like, I had the shower on that was washing my feet, and a wasp got caught in the shower and got into the water, but it escaped.
Oh.
So then it came right at me and it landed on me, and I saw like its little butt going like down and like shaking. Yeah. And I got so scared, and I smacked it away, and I screamed really loudly, but I didn't do anything, and I ran away. And then I realized that I forgot my slippers, and I had to have the walk of shame back to the showers, and just like people that saw me run away, I didn't do anything. So that was not my best moments. But the wasps there were bad, but for the rest it was really nice.
The wasps are just like little terror beasts.
And they were there, like they were so invasive. You constantly had like 2 or 3 around you or on you, and and we had some jellyfish, which freaked me out. But besides that, it was good. I got a tan, which I'm happy about because I was pasty. Yeah. I have to say, like, on the one hand, I miss not having, okay, it's going to sound alcoholic, but like, you know how chill it is to just like have a beer every day when you're chilling. On the one hand, I'm like, oh, it's nice to not have all those carbs and like gas. And at the same time, I'm like, I'd like a beer now.
Yeah, just go back into the holiday mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're also starting work this coming week again, right?
Yeah, on Thursday. So Monday and Tuesday, I'm still off when Bo goes to the daycare. but I have a bunch of
Oh, so you
errands to
have like
run.
2 like genuinely off days.
I mean, it's not exciting because I have to go like to the doctor and
Mm.
whatever, so it's not really me days. But yeah, because on the flight there, usually I get like that really weird thing where my face will pull
Yeah.
on the short flights. So I have a history of like ear problems, and whenever there's a short flight, I don't know why, it's like a maximum of 4 hours. We'll go up, the first half hour is fine, and then I'll start getting this really intense pain in my left eardrum, which will pull down all the way down my like
Throat?
jaw and throat, and eventually my face will spaz, like it'll pull to one side, I'll have no control over it. That'll take like half an hour to an hour, and I'll be in excruciating pain until it finally fades. I've tried everything. I've tried putting in earplugs. I've tried taking a shitload of painkillers. I cannot pop my ears when I'm in an airplane. And this time it started, and I was like, oh crap, it's a 3 hour
Here we
flight. Here
go.
we go. And then all of a sudden the pain got really, really bad, and my eardrum burst.
Sorry, I dropped the mic.
But my eardrum burst.
Yeah.
And it was like a balloon deflating. Like I could feel and hear it going like.
Seriously?
Yeah. But it was such a relief from the pain. Like I was so energetic and happy afterwards because you're not focusing all your energy on.
Yeah, getting through the pain.
Yeah. It's like, how when you have like a migraine and you take painkillers and it finally works and you feel so alive,
Yeah.
because before it was like that. It was so weird.
But
and then
is your hearing
it was like
weird?
less for a little bit, and I tried not to go underwater when I was
Yeah.
like swimming and stuff, which I only realized on day 2. But I didn't get an ear infection, so I'm happy. But it's still sensitive, my ear. Like it hurts every now and then, but that's why I have to go to the doctors to see if there's any trouble and whatever. But yeah, so it was an interesting experience.
And on the way back, did you have any pain or?
Yeah, I did. On the way back, I tried like putting in earplugs to
Yeah.
keep the pressure equal in my ears. I think it hurt, but not as badly as usual for like 30-40 minutes. And then I felt a pop again, and then I ended up taking the earplug out because I was like, it's not doing anything. But the weird thing is, like, I'll always feel my lips get kind of numb and tingly before all of this happens. So I felt that start, and I was like, oh crap, here we go. But then it just stayed at that. It didn't end up getting worse, so that's nice. Because this time, we were flying with Bo as well, and I felt bad because I was so busy focusing on my own pain that Koen had to take care of Bo the whole time, and on the way back, he was crying a lot. So it's nice to be able to like share responsibility.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
when you texted me that your eardrum burst, I was like, what the hell? What happened? Like, are you deaf now? Are you okay? Because that could also just be like really painful, like extremely painful.
yeah, and I was talking to Mom and Dad about it later, and I was like, if this is the way that the pain goes away, and Dad looked at me, he's like, you're not gonna like have any hearing in a few years if your eardrum keeps bursting. I'm like, yeah, okay, fair point. So let's see what the doctors have to say. I hope they get creative, because up till now it's like, hey, this is like, we have one solution. If that solution doesn't work for you, well,
Sucks
for
to be
you. So I hope
Yeah.
that they'll be a little bit more creative and open-minded this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's just like so much more than what I was thinking to tell, but yeah. That was our holiday. It was funny. I actually got a message from my friend who said like, oh yeah, I go running like twice a week.
Yeah.
And I love just listening to y'all's podcast where you're just chatting and having that in my ears when
Yeah.
I'm running. So we need to make it around half an hour, because then she can run for half an
Yeah.
hour. It's perfect.
Yeah, and I think half an hour is kind of the sweet spot. We've had a few that I think 3, maybe 4 that are like 50 minutes. Like it's quite long, but we're
But I mean,
learning as
sometimes
we
you get
go.
so into
Yeah.
a topic. Yeah. Honestly, we're both quite brain dead and tired today, so I feel like we say that very often.
Well, the last few times, yeah, but it's all like in the vacation period
leading up to it and
yeah.
whatever. So we hope to be coming back to you with rejuvenated and more energy in the following weeks. But up until that point, we're just dead right now. And it's been a heavy week the past few days.
Yeah.
I don't know how much like you've carried this around, or if it's bothered you.
I'm assuming we're getting into the assassination of
Yeah, the
Charli
shooting, the murder of.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, I forgot her name.
The Ukrainian
refugee.
refugee. I don't remember her name either, but yeah, it was all really back to back. Maybe we should disclaim a little bit that even though, we've covered Lisa's murder and we're going to be getting into this today, that we are trying to balance the importance, I guess, of covering these kinds of current events without
Becoming political.
without becoming political.
Yeah,
Because from the get-go, we've always decided and said we don't want to be a political podcast, like in
yeah.
any way.
And I think that like I don't even want to get into the political side of this. I just um I feel very heavy.
Yeah.
Um like my heart sank yesterday when I saw that Charlie had been shot. And when I found out, I like by the time I saw the messages that he had been shot, he had also already passed away.
Mm.
So one by one, I was seeing them, and I cried most of the day. I don't even know, like it's not like I knew him, but it just it upset me so much because I realized he was 1 year older than my husband is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I can't really put words to it. It just made me so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I know the reactions of people are all like different, and think whatever you want to think, I guess. But um, I am not someone that agreed with everything he said. Um, However, there are also people that abhorrently disagree with what he said and can recognize that an assassination like this is just absolutely horrifically uncalled for. Um, and I think that that's the scary part. And I feel also mostly sadness the fact his wife and children saw it. And unfortunately, after it had just happened, I was just scrolling on TikTok and I saw the video of it happening and the gruesome effects that it had. And I thought that was absolutely nauseating. And it was so horrible to see how someone's body contorts like that when such an injury occurs, and how, the bleeding happens and everything. But that's like me. I have nothing to do with this man. And his children saw that. And I think that that's just the absolute worst. No one should have to see their parent get murdered.
I mean, no one should have their parent murdered,
Yeah. Much
let
less
alone
see
see
it.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. And those are all very heartbreaking things. And um, uh, yeah, I. It's so weird because, like I said, I don't really agree with everything he said, but this was like literally like why. And I find it absolutely nauseating that there's people cheering,
Yeah.
um
Or
asking it was the gun okay, like how sick in the head can you be if someone is murdered, um
or
to
I hate
cheer.
the responses that Charlie was pro guns, so it's like he had this coming,
Yeah.
and I hate that that even occurs in somebody's brain,
Mm.
but it's not the gun that's dangerous. Just like it's not the words that are dangerous or the actions. It's how people use them and go
Mm-hmm.
about them, and having deranged lunatics on the street, like the guy that killed the Syrian refugee. I'm sorry, Ukrainian refugee. He's the dangerous one. Sure, the knife itself can be dangerous, but it's him that
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that people are like, oh well, he had it coming because he was
Yeah.
pro guns. That
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't really have the words for it, other than it's horrific and disgusting, and uh yeah, and that I really feel for his wife and his two children.
yeah.
Yeah. Anything you would like to add?
Yesterday I had so many things going through my head that I wanted to say today, and I just don't know.
Yeah. I think this goes everything that's been said for, as well as the murder of Charlie Kirk, as the Ukrainian refugee, which again, sorry, we don't remember the name. And we also wouldn't like to butcher the name. Um, yeah.
And the school shooting,
That was in Denver, right?
pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But just like in a week,
Yeah.
3 gruesome. things.
Yeah.
And the weird
Yeah.
thing is, like, I saw this mom who posted how scary it is to actually have children right now, because you teach them to be strong in what they say and to believe in what they say and to share it as long as you know it's respectful. And that's exactly what Charlie Kirk was doing when he got murdered. Um, so it's terrifying teaching your kids to do something that's very positive and then turning around and seeing something like that happen.
Hmm.
And realizing now that I'm a mother, that he is someone's son.
Yeah.
You shouldn't bury your own kid. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Um,
on to brighter things, maybe.
yeah, I think even though we couldn't say very much, enough is said on the topic. Um, so
On the brighter side, we did my nails today, which was very necessary because I don't know what it is. Like, you've been doing my nails for 2, 3, no, even longer, for a long time, and yet they still tear and whatever. Because I have a wedding tomorrow. My husband's best friend is getting married, so that's really exciting. Um, Funnily enough, their civil marriage was on the same day that our civil marriage was, so got that coming. Exciting. Uh,
yeah, and there's just I was looking in my calendar as well. Just
Fun things
even though
coming up,
yeah, holidays coming to an end, there's quite a few fun things to look forward to still.
which is nice because the weather here, like, I feel like it just turned.
Yeah,
It became
it became fall
fall,
overnight.
and it's literally like you get dressed in the morning thinking it's cold, so you wear like, oh, a t-shirt, maybe a sweater over it, but you got to take a jacket just in case because it'll rain. But then you walk 3 steps,
In the
and then
afternoon.
it's warm. And by the time that you like get home and you decide, okay, I'm going to take off my sweater, then it starts like storming and the wind is hard. And there's nothing as bipolar as the Dutch weather in the fall. So we have that to look forward to now. And I realize, like, this whole time that we've had Bo and I've walked the dogs, it's been sunny.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to have a stroller and walk a dog when it's raining and try not to get wet. I don't even have a raincoat. I'm not looking forward to this season.
I actually really like fall, but not November. I hate November. November's
Why?
like the Thursday of every week for me. It's just not it, you know? But October, I love October because it's you still have like the mix of like the sunny but crisp days.
That's
And
true.
I know like y'all don't really like celebrate Halloween and everything, but I like spooky season. I like kind of spooky things. Always have since I was little. And I just the whole vibe, you're okay with wearing like a sweater, but you don't have to wear 6 layers to stay warm. You have
True.
all of the fall colors, and I don't know, I live for it, even though I really love summer.
Hmm.
But then when summer is over, I'm like, okay, yeah, I am for sure ready for fall. I just hate winter.
See, the thing is, I don't feel like I had enough summer to be ready for fall yet.
Mm,
And it does help that we went on holiday because in Bulgaria it was like 30 degrees every single day and we didn't have rain a single day. So that really helps. I think if we had been here, I would have like been really depressed that it was fall
yeah.
already. Um, and I like the coziness of, like, you put on more candles and lights, but at the same time it gets dark at like 4 p.m. and when you wake up it's dark, and that is depressing to me. Like, I
Yeah.
have to drag myself out of bed in the mornings, and I hate that.
Yeah. In about a month, the clock goes back, or back? Yeah, back an
Yeah, so we
hour.
sleep an extra hour.
Yeah.
I mean, normal people
I
do.
love
I
that
won't
day.
because my baby will still be up and
Um,
crying.
But that is always my favorite day of the year because it's always in a weekend. And even though it's like 1 hour difference, your day feels so much longer that you
Yeah.
think you've already had a whole day and it's like, oh, it's 2 p.m. You know? Then you're like, oh, yes, nice. Extra long weekend.
Yeah. And I must say, I'm gonna try to get our friends into a Friendsgiving kind of idea.
Hmm.
Um because otherwise I feel like October, November, December feels so long before Christmas is, at the end of December, so it feels so long before something exciting happens. Like you said, November is a little bit the Thursday of the year, and December just flies by. Because like both of my in-laws, their birthdays are in December. Mom's
Yeah.
birthday is in December. You have Sinterklaas, you have Christmas, you have New Year's.
Yeah.
So every other day is just all these things happening. And then you have January.
Yeah.
And I usually hate January, but now it's the month that my baby is celebrating his first birthday.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And then your birthday and my friend who had a baby as well. So there's more happening in January now, which
Yeah.
helps.
And usually
So,
once January is by, you already notice that it's lighter for longer.
and February goes quick because it's like short amount of days. And in February you have the chance of like the
Sunny.
20-degree days where it's still crisp, but it's warm because you've been so cold.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't believe I'm already looking forward to like next spring, and it's not even properly fall
We're living
yet.
for April now. Springtime.
And the worst thing is that like when February starts, the renovations here at home are going to start, and I will have to live in my attic for 3 months.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
So I'm not looking forward to time going fast right now because I am I'm hicking up against that. Like
You're just not feeling it.
I'm realizing now that this is
yeah.
a Dutch saying, and I know for sure that mom and like multiple people are gonna be like, "Oh, you butchered this saying again."
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we've had like a collection of that in the meantime.
Yeah. I do wonder if like you go through all of our old episodes eventually, you know, when you're really far into it.
Yeah.
I think it might be fun to do that.
But like, even though we kind of lost count of which episode this is, it feels like
We've been doing this a long time.
like it's only episode 15, but at the same time, it's only been 15 episodes. Like it feels like so much more.
Yeah, I don't really get how that works. Like, it's September.
Yeah.
We launched on the 1st of July with 3 episodes.
Yeah.
We've never skipped a week. I mean, it probably works. It just feels like the summer was so much longer than 15 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, dang.
But we've been doing this for 3 months now then. Like
July,
that
August.
we've been live. We of course we started recording much sooner, but
I think we started in April.
the idea started in February, March.
Yeah.
And I think in May or June we started recording. And in July we launched.
Yeah. Yeah, we still have a few ideas for culture shock related videos, and we still have a few guests on the backlog that we're going to be
Introducing
talking to.
soon. Yeah, we just want to do one more check-in. I know it's really like short on the last check-in, but because we just got back from holiday, we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, which is funny because like usually we would not see each other for 2 weeks, but now that we did the podcast, 2 weeks feels like a really long time not to see you because you're here every Tuesday, and sometimes I'll even see you in between.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like, we see each other a lot, and then it's weird to not see you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel that. But it feels, on the other hand, like just like the other day that we came here and you waxed my legs. And
how did it end up, by the way? Like, did you
actually,
have to...
our neighbor had to come over and do the other parts, but she did beauty school. So when she waxed it, she's like, stick, rip
what
it off.
Other parts? What did we miss?
Well, there was quite a few bits that we missed, actually, or that didn't come. And she had this hack that you do with the blow dryer to heat up the wax so that it, like, the hair's melting a lot better. But then I haven't shaved or anything.
It still looks like you waxed it yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, there's like spots here and there, but she was done with me in like 15 minutes, and we did my thighs as well. It was actually painful. Dylan the whole time just heard like the whole time. Yeah.
But you waxed your thighs as well.
Yeah, but because she did beauty school, she's just like stick, rip. Yeah, you were still very gentle. She was just like, okay, sit down, pots.
Oh gosh, I would die.
Yeah, but then that night I had like the same like extremely red bumps and skin everywhere. No, I just put on the sheet oil thing that they had, and then the next day was already like a whole lot better. So it doesn't matter.
That coconut oil, like, it melted on my legs the moment I like start putting it on.
Yeah,
but coconut oil is good for so many things. Like, I actually started brushing my teeth once a day with coconut oil. It's called oil pooling.
Oh yeah.
Because coconut oil can help sensitivities and like where you don't have a cavity yet, but it's like, you know, starting to, it can just really strengthen your teeth. Okay. And because my teeth are always so insanely sensitive, like if I breathe in through my mouth, these teeth hurt so bad.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, you know, in the winter months, you just like the whole time. So, and I put it in my hair for like hair masks, and I use.
Do you notice a difference with how your teeth feel? Because I've heard quite a bit about it, but I've always just been like, I don't want to swish around oil in my mouth for...
Honestly, if you brush it instead of swoosh it, you barely taste it. Just keep your tongue back a bit, and you don't even really taste anything. Like, the thought is much grosser than actually doing it. And I do it in the shower, which is not good because it clogs your pipes, but I thought one time to try it. I haven't done it long yet. I've only started for a few days, but I thought it can't hurt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So... Yeah, you should
Okay.
try it. Who knows? Maybe it'll help.
Yeah, I actually I need to go to the dentist, but I have a legitimate phobia of the dentist. So I always kind of let things get bad before you call. And I've never really, I know it's like avoidant behavior, but I've never seen a problem because every time I go it's always, "Oh, your gums are very healthy. Your teeth are very I have naturally relatively white teeth." Up until a few years ago, I never had a cavity, so I'm always like, "Oh, it'll be fine," you know.
Yeah.
Um and I always do like with the mouthwash and everything because I want to avoid the dentist. So I do everything I can to avoid the dentist. But like I notice my gum is kind of going up, and every time I touch that tooth, it just like stings with pain.
Coconut oil.
So I'm like, oh, I need to go. But I'm like, I already made earlier appointments and I canceled them, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to
So
go.
social anxiety
But I
plus the phobia.
but I need to go. But I know, like, once you've been and they fixed everything that you're like, "Okay, well, it wasn't so bad," but it's always like
Oh,
the
really?
well, once they inject you with all the numbing stuff, you're like, "Whatever."
Oh, I still feel everything.
Really?
Yeah, that's why that like I refuse to. Okay, the past like 4 years, I've gone a few times, and every time they're like, "You have starting cavities. We just need to keep an eye on it." But we don't know more without taking photos. But my pain hasn't gotten worse, like in those teeth, and I abhor the dentist because every time, no matter how much numbing stuff they give, I still feel it, and then the rest of the day, my face is numb, and I hate that feeling. Um, but last time, I actually almost got in a fight with my dentist
Oh gosh.
because did I fix my hair by the way before we like do I even look normal?
Yeah.
Okay. Um I went in for a checkup because I actually wanted to know like that tooth that I chipped if they could just file it
Mm.
straight. But then he's like, oh, I'm gonna check your whole mouth. I'm like, yeah, do your thing. And he's like, I want to take photos. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you do, but we're not going to. He's like, yeah, we are. I'm like, no, we're not. Um, and he's like, but I think it's necessary. I'm like, that's good for you, but I don't. And he's like, but I do. And we are just constantly going back and forth. And I was thinking, like, you don't realize that I'm the person paying here. So you think all you want. You could think the spaghetti monster is real for all I care, but I'm not getting those photos. And then he got mad at me. And then I left because I was like, screw you. Like, he wasn't even nice or something. It's different when they have a chat with you.
Yeah.
Um, and then he's like, "Is this a money thing?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "But you're going to be so much poorer if you like end up having to get a root canal." I'm like, "Yeah, a nice way to like, you're just trying to scare me into doing it now." And I mean, like,
And what a weird question to ask. I feel like with my dentist, because the one I go to when I have the guts to go, she's specialized for anxiety
you know,
patients.
this dude definitely wasn't.
Oh yeah, so she's always like she'll talk me through everything and also be like, "Hey, would you be okay if we did this?" And
Yeah,
this is what it's all going to come down to in costs. Is that something that works for you? So she's really very much about the explanation. I actually feel bad. I've ditched her multiple times, but yeah, that's not a nice way. You should change
I
dentists.
know, but the thing is, like, I went to that dentist for the first time like a year or two ago, and then I had another lady who was also. I feel like dentists are just often rude. The ones that I've been to, multiple, are rude. And then I was in a data breach because a dentist that I went to once 5 or 6 years ago um, was supposedly as well a dentist for anxiety patients, and she was so rude to me, like kind of bitchy that I was like, okay, and then I got an email. It was the newsletter, but all of our emails were visible.
Ah,
So then somebody responded like, "Hey, this is not okay," and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we had a data breach," but they sent that email again with everybody's emails visible.
oh, that's so dumb.
And then the next day, they sent another newsletter again with everybody's emails visible and another apology. But it was just like it looked like it was typed from a phone, like, "Oh, hey, sorry, that was an accident, my bad." And then a bunch of people were like, "This is not okay. This is a data breach, and we're going to report you." And yes, they should be reported because this was very
It's not like it happened one time and
no, it
yeah,
was very what do you call it?
negligent.
Negligence. And I was just like laughing reading all those emails. You know how like grab your popcorn and watch the
Yeah.
drama. And I called a friend who is a lawyer, like, "Hey, can I do anything with this?" He's like, "Yeah, you have to prove that it like harmed you, and it didn't, so that wouldn't be worth anything." But I had like people emailing like, "Oh, I can prove that this has harmed me." How? I would not know. I'm gonna call my lawyers. You'll be hearing from us. I just emailed them like, please, for the fifth time, because these people, I have blocked them on my phone like years ago because they kept spam calling me like, "Can we make an appointment?"
Mm.
And then when I blocked them, apparently you can still leave voicemails if you
Really?
block someone. So I would just constantly get voicemails, and I was like,
Leave
stop.
me alone.
I've asked you to delete me from your base like so
Yeah.
many times. I just don't have good experiences with dentists. But that's why I'm trying the like oil pulling thing now. And the guy said he could file my tooth, and I was like, okay, but you're just gonna use like this really fancy file and charge me a few $100. So I grabbed a file and I filed it down. It's not the first time I've done stuff like this. I removed my braces with scissors. Do you remember? Like
I
just
do remember, but you were 9.
Yeah, true. But
Like,
I honestly thought, like, you know, I might as well try it. And if it doesn't work, I can always go to the dentist. But they're going to charge you so much money to do the exact same thing that I did here at home.
unhinged. Just absolutely unhinged. You need to get checked, bro.
For what exactly?
All kinds of disorders.
That's my, I was going to say toothpaste story, my dentist story.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we can go ahead and wrap this up.
I think you want to wrap it up after what you just heard.
I
You
need
look
to
so
go. I
disturbed.
need to go cleanse my brain. Okay, so next week we'll be getting into, I guess, getting back into like the cultural TCK stuff when we're like adjusted back to real life. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed our brain fart series, the last few episodes. We've covered a lot of different things, some random
Try different
babble,
things.
some more serious topics.
Waxing each other's legs.
Yeah, which was fun and useful for vacation. But yeah, do you want to go ahead and outro us? Peace. Bye.
I'm sorry, I'm just so dead. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the whole ram bam. It would help us out a lot. We enjoy seeing your reactions and getting your messages. We're gonna see you next week for some more inhoudelijk.
Like what are
Like our episode will have more substance.
Yeah.
Instead of this.
In theme of our whole podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed us talking about our unhinged dentist hacks and vacation and everything.
Yeah.
Have a good one.